Hello, everybody, and welcome to my presentation on hemp. This is nutrition for your mind and your body, and I hope that you find this information here useful. Everything I'm going to show you today actually can be found on these three websites. We have the National Library of Medicine, pubmed.gov, and projectcbd.org. So the big question everyone has is cannabis legal? Well, cannabis actually has two different strands. There's the hemp plant and the marijuana plant, and there's a big difference there. So hemp legally can be grown with 0.3% or less THC, and hemp usually contains 20% or more CBD molecules. Marijuana, on the other hand, contains 10% or less CBD and 20% or more THC. The Farm Bill of 2014 legalized hemp in all 50 states, and the Farm Bill of 2018 has legalized hemp at the federal level. Marijuana, on the other hand, there are just a few states where marijuana can be used for recreational use. But this list here that I have as of today, May 25th, 2019, that is the list of states where marijuana can be used medicinally. So what are cannabinoids? Cannabinoids are basically the molecules that are found within the cannabis plant. And the ones that we're concentrating on out of the 113 different types of cannabinoids, we'll be focusing mostly on CBD and CBG. THC is the molecule that is psychoactive. It's the part of the marijuana plant that gets you high. So a little bit of a brief history here of the cannabis research. Started back in 1967 with Dr. Machula. He was able to separate the THC molecule from the CBD molecule when he was trying to figure out how marijuana works in our bodies. So in 1988, he found that there are receptors for the cannabinoids within our brain. And that prompted researchers to try to figure out why. Why do we even have these receptors in our brain? And in 1992, the first endogenous cannabinoid was found, and they named it anandamide. Our body, they found, creates its own cannabinoids that feeds this system where we have these receptors throughout our body. In 2018, researchers are finding that the molecule CBG is also a therapeutic molecule and that it is helping repair your brain. We'll get into that a little bit later. But the research has found that we have receptors throughout our entire body, throughout every organ of our body. They're concentrated in our brain and in our reproductive organs and through what's known as our second brain, in our gut, our liver, our stomach, our intestines. CB1 receptors are mostly in our brain and in our spinal cord, and CB2 receptors are within our immune system and our white blood cells. So we have all these human body systems, and now with our new science, we are finding that our endocannabinoid system is so important. They found that it is the master regulator of every other system of our body. So this over here. Endo meaning inside our body. Cannabinoid, these cannabinoids that we create internally, and the cannabinoids that are found in plants. Oops. So the research is out there. There's over 20,000 studies that have been published. You can find them on pubmed.gov. And all of these things are what these researchers are finding, that it slows bacteria growth, reduces blood sugar levels. It does a whole host of things here that if you have any questions about your health, or maybe some issues that are going on with you, and you're wondering if cannabis can help, you can take a look at pubmed.gov and type in cannabinoids and whatever that situation may be. Sorry about that. Whoops. So our receptors are also activated by chocolate. They're activated when we meditate. They're activated when we exercise. And they're activated by mother's breast milk. They're also activated, obviously, by phytocannabinoids, or cannabinoids from within plants. And those plants are not only cannabis, but cacao, rosemary, echinacea, black pepper, kava, and ginger. So when we feed our endocannabinoid system with these cannabinoids, we are helping our body to create their own endogenous cannabinoids. So we're finding that this endocannabinoid system, or ECS, is balancing our hormones and our neurotransmitters. It's regulating pain and inflammation, our memory, our emotions. It helps us with sleep and the metabolic function within our body. And the coolest part is that we actually create our own cannabinoids. So basically, our body has that ability to keep our organs and our systems working properly. But unfortunately, most people's endocannabinoid system is strained. It's lying dormant, and that's because of many factors, but mostly, most of us are stressed out. We have physical stress, we have mental stresses, just on a daily basis. All the things that we go through stress us out. And this is suppressing our endocannabinoid system, our ability to heal. Our environment is filled with toxins. The water we drink, the food we eat, even the air we breathe is toxic, and that's sad. But we do have a way to fix our internal systems.
When people hear about all of the different health conditions that cannabis can help with and all of the different benefits of cannabis, it's almost too hard to believe. How can one herb have so many powerful medical properties without having any dangerous side effects? This question led researchers to discover a system of physiology that we all have inside of us that's constantly maintaining balance at a cellular level. It was named the endocannabinoid system because we discovered it when we were looking for how does cannabis work. Now we know that the endocannabinoid system is active in everyone all the time, from even before you were born to the end of your life, helping promote health and balance physiologically. This system is present all through the body and all the different tissues. That's why it can help with disorders of the brain, of the various organs like the liver or the intestines. It can help with musculoskeletal problems. It can help with inflammatory and immune issues. Your body is making cannabinoids all the time. These molecules function a lot like THC and the other cannabinoids found in the plant. And your body knows when to make these and how to make these to keep you healthy. Some people need a little help, or their endocannabinoid system may not be functioning at its optimal level, and you can address this by adding in the right dosage of cannabis from the plant. I've been surprised in my clinical practice to discover that ultra-low dosages of cannabis can be health-promoting and also relieve symptoms in patients. At these very low dosages, people will, over time, become more sensitive to cannabis and start getting better and better effects from the cannabis they're using, as well as start to develop a feeling of resilience, of strength, of balance. What I believe is happening, and this is supported by animal research, is that very low dosages of cannabis can actually upregulate and tonify your endocannabinoid system. This means the system of physiology that's been active within you since before you were born starts acting more efficiently, more optimally to promote health and balance internally. Ultra low dosages of cannabis can be used, in my experience, to promote health and to keep people resilient to all the toxicities and changes in their environment.
So here we have a broad spectrum. This is what broad spectrum hemp oil consists of. And it consists of CBD, CBG, CBDV, CBC, and terpenes. And terpenes are extracted from the cannabis plant or the hemp plant as well. And they also interact with our endocannabinoid system and have some therapeutic properties to it. This red arrow here is pointing to the one and only benefit, if you think it's a benefit, that THC has above all the other cannabinoids within the cannabis plant. And that is that THC stimulates your appetite. So these red dots are all of the therapeutic benefits of THC. These blue dots are all the therapeutic benefits of CBD, and the orange is CBG. So the research is showing that if we feed our endocannabinoid system, that will help with many things, including brain function, relieving anxious feelings and sad feelings, helps you relax and keep calm. It promotes focus, keeps you on task, makes you feel present and in the moment. And it stops neurodegeneration from brain injuries. It's also showing that when you feed your endocannabinoid system, it will help with aches and pains, inflammation. It helps with healthy blood sugar levels. It helps you get a better night's sleep. It gives you more energy, and it increases your recovery time from exercise. It modulates the immune system, and it slows and inhibits bacterial growth.
And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
The recent research has been looking at cannabis and the different cannabinoids. There's over 80 plus cannabinoids discovered in the cannabis plant. The second most predominant one besides THC is cannabidiol or CBD. And the research now is over 1,200 peer-reviewed journals on CBD. It's probably the most exciting and researched ingredient or substance right now around the world. It doesn't have the psychoactive or high that is associated with THC, but it has a tremendous amount of other benefits, including research shows anti-seizure, anti-epileptic, which is why it's gotten a lot of popularity. We did a lot with children with seizure disorders, and they're getting benefits from this plant in a safe, non-toxic way versus all these drugs that typically don't work. And there's neuroprotective benefits. So you see a lot with concussions and the NFL. There's all research being done now with chronic traumatic encephalopathy or chronically banging their head a lot. There's anti-anxiety, which is really important. It's the anti-THC of sorts. It calms you down. It helps you manage stress better, which is how I look at it. It's much more as a preventative or daily use substance than just treating disease states. And there's immune support. There's it's a huge antioxidant. There's just a tremendous. It's easier sometimes to talk about what it doesn't do than what it does.
Time the work on cannabis and epilepsy was sort of inconclusive. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. They couldn't quite figure it out. And it's only when they really started separating THC from CBD that they saw, definitively, yes, CBD seems to really stop seizures.
So those are clips from a series of videos you can find online. It's called The Sacred Plant. So in summary, it's all about balance. It's about keeping our body within this homeostasis, keeping it calm so it can rest, digest, and repair. It's about activating that endocannabinoid system to keep your body functioning at top notch. They're saying that hemp will become the most important supplement you could be taking. And homeostasis just means the tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements of the human body. And that just means our bodies want to stay healthy. And it's constantly healing. We're constantly in that healing mode. I like to think of like if you were to cut your skin and it bleeds, but it heals over and it, you know, looks like nothing ever happened. It's completely healed. Our internal organs and systems have that same ability to heal. So if you'd like to learn more about a specific hemp oil from Prime My Body, I am an independent affiliate, and my information is at the bottom of this tile here. My name is Chris Petkoff, and you can send me an email at pump2pmb@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to just actually reach out to the person that brought you to this video, and they can lead you to the next step. You can listen in on Tuesday and Thursday nights to the Prime My Body Leadership, talk about all the great products that we have, including the #1 CBD hemp oil, and all of those benefits and why we can claim that it is #1 that's out there. You listen in on Tuesday and Thursday nights to that, call into that phone number and punch in that code. Or you can take a look at my next video, which is showing specifically about our new hemp oil called Recept. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you all stay healthy.